everybody, welcome back to the Hype Mind. Today we've got a great video for you. We're going to be talking about happiness because that's a question that everybody's got. How do I achieve happiness? I want to be happy, right? Everybody wants to be happy. So today we're going to look at a couple of ways to get happy, get to a happy state, be in a happy state, and stay in a happy state, but doing that in a way that's good for us, doing that in a way that's proactive and permanent and not a temporary solution that's not good for our own mental or physical health.
Let me jump in for a second because like Andrew's saying, there's stuff that would, you can find temporary happiness, right? And that could be through, scrolling through Facebook. That could be drinking a bottle of wine. That's going to help instantly, right? That's going to help. But is it going to help in the long term? Right?
Yeah. Is it a solution? Is it a real solution or a temporary one? Yeah.
Or is it just a Band-Aid that's gonna maybe cover it up, make it feel good for a second, but you're risking eventually that pain that happiness can be essentially avoiding pain in a way too. Especially if you're in a dark place at that time.
So today we're gonna give you some helpful tips because there's a lot of different scenarios. But we're going to start with how to get happy if you're in a bad place. And again, your circumstances are very broad and can be, but here's a couple really good ones. So first off, start by journaling. If you're in a really dark place and you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, or someone said something that offended you or upset you, sit down at your laptop or break out a piece of paper or open up your journal and write a page. Write how you feel, write what's on your mind. Write what you want to feel, what you want to get into a state of being in, etc. Journaling's number one, right? Number two, breathe. Breathe deep, breathe full. Maybe open up a YouTube video or meditate. But if you don't have time to meditate, because sometimes it just happens in the middle of the workforce or something, and someone gets mad at you for making a mistake, and you lose all the joy of your day. Breathing takes very little time. Big inhale, big exhale, do it 3 times, get back. That's going to help clear your mind and get you to a much better state. 3, knowing that you control your emotions. And this isn't just a tip for getting to a happy place, it's a tip for staying in a happy place and being in a happy place. You, male, woman, doesn't matter. Male or female, but
right, man.
Understanding that you have 100% over your emotions at every time if you permit yourself to have those. So you have to remind yourself, I can redirect my emotions and my state of mind to a happy place.
One moment for just a second. These things Andrew is saying is they're not avoidant. They're very I'm still in the present moment and taking responsibility for how I feel.
They're mentally and physically good practices to adopt as a habit that you can do every day and improve your mental health. Eating something high in fats and high in protein. If you feel volatile, which a lot of times people do when they're not happy, high fat foods and high protein foods, but I'm going to stress fatty foods more, good fatty foods, omega-3s, fatty acids, the good stuff. Those help balance your moods. So have something like that. Eat something, drink something, have some water, have some tea, especially if, there's stress relieving tea out there, stuff like that. Those are 4 great tips to move yourself out of an unhappy state into a happy state. Those are also tips, most of them can be adopted to help you be and remain in a happy state and stay in that state long term. Another tip is to get busy. Distract yourself, but in a proactive way. Excuse me. Distract yourself in a way that is achieving goals that you want to achieve. You you want to finish your associate's degree, you need to take this class, you need to write the paper to get a good grade on that paper. So, okay, I'm not feeling happy. Well, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to do my homework and stay busy with my homework. It's going to take my mind off my happiness. It's also going to help me achieve a goal that I want to achieve. And achieving goals helps release good chemicals in your brain that boost your confidence, that boost your happiness, that reinforce your state of mind, a positive state of mind through success and through the progress made towards success. So do things that are going to help you achieve your goals and move you closer towards your goals, because those are the kind of things that are going to elevate your mood. Another tip, number 6, I believe we're at, would be move. Get outside, take a walk. It's a bad day, you don't want to go outside, fine, go for a drive. Do a couple laps around your house. Get your blood circulating and flowing, right? Don't let that energy cramp up and stay locked in place somewhere. You know, notice your body. Where is the tension in your body? Release the tension, breathe through the tension, and walk. Get some circulation going. What I love to do when I'm having a... Yeah, go ahead.
But this is exactly like faking it till you make it. It's like now you're acting like everything's okay. You know, when especially if you're a dog owner and you freak out, the dog freaks out, right? But if something happens and you stay completely calm, right, and the dog's starting to freak out, then he sees that you're calm, then the dog kind of settles down too. So it's like the same thing with yourself.
Yep. It reinforces, when you act positively, it reinforces a positive mindset in you. So, yeah, like what I like to do is, if I'm having a bad day, well, one, tip number 6, recirculate, get your blood circulating. I'll go out on a hike. I'll say, you know what? It's time to put things down. It's time to take a walk. It's time to put things down. It's time to go get some sunshine, right? There's another tip. Number 7, get some sunshine. Get out in some clear air. Get some clear air in your lungs. Get some sunshine in your life. Get some vitamin D, right? But get moving. And then, tip number 8 would be engage your thoughts. So when I do one, I kind of end up doing multiple, which is cool. But take a walk, let yourself think. I'm feeling sad, right? It's kind of like journaling. I'm feeling sad because of this, but I don't have to feel sad. I own my emotions. And so I'm going to take this walk and breathe through it and think through it. And tip number 9 is establish, or reestablish, I should say, set bases. Name the facts. Oh, this person hurt my feelings because they said that they don't want to be my friend. So what you need to do is you need to reestablish facts. Okay, that person is not my friend, fact 1, but so-and-so is my friend, fact 2, and my mother and father love me, fact 3, right? Set things stand on solid ground, because when you're standing on solid ground, you get a firm foothold to continue to build up, right? When you have a firm foothold, you can get out of that crouching position and stand up straight, and you can do it with weight on your shoulders too. So tip number 9 is establish facts, reestablish facts in your own mind while thinking, which is tip number 8, right? So that's the cool thing is you can work in a lot of these tips at the same time, and they all benefit towards getting you happier. And on top of that, in terms of being and living happy and staying happy long-term, is you can do these every day, even if you're not sad, right? You can say, hey, it's lunchtime and I should get my daily walk in now. 20 minutes of walking, 20 minutes of thinking and walking, 20 minutes of reestablishing facts in my life, 20 minutes of, recirculating blood, 20 minutes of journaling, right? You can adopt these as habits to help remain in a good state of mind, because that way when something bad happens in your day, you're already elevated. So you might come down a little, but it's pretty hard, and you probably know this from experience, it's pretty hard to get knocked off course when you're already having a great day. Not impossible, not at all, but pretty hard. When I'm having a killer day and someone says, hey dude, plane broke at work, we got to fix it, right? You got to stay late. I go, let's do it, man. Let's freaking get kicking.
Those are awesome tips right there.
Yeah.
One with stating the facts, right? Kind of structuring your thoughts. Your thoughts, if something threw you off emotionally, your emotions are going everywhere. You kind of want to be certain about what's going on right now, so you can kind of stay in the moment. Also, faking till you make it. It's like, you can change your physiology and make yourself happier by smiling, by standing up straight, by having a good posture, just changing your thoughts. You're changing your mindset. Humor is amazing.
Yeah,
Remember
that
Charlie
goes
just said
along
that.
with
Yeah.
controlling your emotions.
And it doesn't have to be you're using humor in the situation,
Yeah.
but you
But
could be using, right, exactly. You could be using humor in how you think of things, right? You can replay something in your head in a humorous way, or you can, change your mindset. I mean, I always hear be grateful, like have grateful thoughts, right? If you want to feel happy, think of what you're grateful for.
So that's the next 3 tips, actually. Tip number 10, I think we're on. Name 5 things you're grateful for. That's being and staying happy advice right there. Every day, 5 things you're grateful for. And if you struggle to do that, pick one thing you're grateful for every day, and try to make it a different thing every day. Tip number 11, stand up straight, keep your shoulders back, head up, and smile, right? That's going to a positive posture, helps reinforce a positive mindset. Tip number 12, what you said was positive humor, right? Find humor in the bad situation, good humor, right? Do not, be careful not to beat yourself down in the humor, but find good humor. That broke. Man, that stuff
Right.
always happens just when I'm about to get off work,
Uh-huh.
Tip number 12, right? Tip number
Great
13
tip.
and 14, you're going to want to be careful of. They're good tips, but you got to use them properly. The first one is call a friend. But mind you, don't abuse this. Don't overuse it, and don't do it to seek validation. Just seek it for genuine help if you need it, because nothing else is working. Call a friend. Hey, I'm having a really bad day. Can you help me out? And tip number 14, like you're saying, Dan, tip number 14 is going to be another good one, but you want to be careful, right? Fake it till you make it. But you want to be careful because, again, like having good posture and smiling, it's going to help you, but don't overuse it. You shouldn't have to fake it every day.
Right.
If you do, you need to change your life.
You don't want to
Don't let
use it in an
become a
avoidant
trap.
way.
Yes. And so, did you have any tips you want to add on top of that? Maybe a number 15?
Yeah, just don't use it as a
No, tips.
oh, tips. Oh no, I just honestly, great tips so far. I think I wanted to go back to the tip on calling a friend. Even if you have a friend that you don't call very often, even
Call
anybody,
someone.
right? Yeah, somebody. I mean,
That
most
would,
people are willing to help you. Most people want to share, like, want to be able to kind of give you advice maybe on a situation, and even it doesn't hurt to ask. Hey, can you help me out right now? I'm having a difficult time.
yeah.
Can I talk to you for a few minutes?
That would actually be my tip 15 and 16 is 1, ask for help if you need it. And even if you don't think you need it, ask for help. And 2, kind of ties into a bunch of the other ones, but find a way to connect with someone in a good way. Call a friend, call someone you haven't spoken to in forever, call a coworker. Find a way to connect in a good way that's not being avoidant, right?
Right.
Don't call someone and be like, hey, let's go drink, or hey, let's hook up, or hey, let's go play video games. No, call someone and be like, hey, it doesn't matter who you call, just call someone where you can connect, and be like, hey, I'm having a bad day.
Right.
And with that, we can wrap it up. Again, some great pointers in the beginning there, Dan. Be careful, right? To get out of happiness, don't use temporary solutions. Don't use sex. Don't use alcohol or drugs. What was the other big one? Don't ignore the problem, right? Don't wallow in it. Don't let it get to depression. Embrace it. Embrace it, but embrace it and actively seek to end it in a good way. Actually, I would say tip number 17 is the biggest and most important. Feel it. Now, all of those are
Yeah.
going to help you feel it, but number 17 encompasses them all. Embrace it, right? Again, into your thoughts and say, you know what? I feel sad right now. I am having a bad day because of this. It's okay to feel upset about this. It's going to pass. I can recover into a state of happiness.
Awesome. Great tips. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Thanks for watching, guys. And please share this. There's so many people who need this kind of advice. This is what helps you build happiness every day in your life. Thanks for watching.